Welcome, everybody. It is Thursday night. That means one thing and one thing only. It's 9 p.m. We're going to talk football. Let me welcome everybody in first. Then I'm going to bring on a couple of all-pro performers to get into the action tonight. Justin Sanudo, what's up? Griswold family's in the house. Paul Engel's in here. It's Jeff. Jeannie, great to see you. Bubba Wallace here. Good to see you. Mr. Bubbles is here. Now you know you can party. Bubba Wallace in the house. Francisco, MD Gaming in here. Anna Isabel is in here with us. Panthers and Cowboys are sleeper teams. There's somebody here that's going to love that. Mike M. Mara in the house with us. Great to see you as well, hanging out here. The Roscoe Mothership, Maddie Williams, all in-house, ready to talk a little football. Well, you know what? If you're going to go into a big game, you have to have an all-pro quarterback and an all-pro running back and an all-pro wideout. Well, here comes my wideout, and here comes a wide receiver that we pulled in off of the wire line and brought him in. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go to tonight's show. It is my partner, Dole Dad, Dallas Cowboys, and our good friend, Craig, Loving Disworld of Philadelphia Eagles in the house. What's up?
How's everybody doing?
We're doing good. I'm excited to be here tonight. Kelly couldn't be here. Kelly had some obligations. He's actually at the park doing some streaming. And I reached out and said, hey, Craig, are you available? And he said, hey, I'd love to come in and join you guys. So I'm excited. He's got his Eagles thing up there. He promised me, I did have one contract that he had to sign, Jeff. I made him promise not to throw anything at you today. Much like
I used to have good hands, but that was a long time ago.
That's good stuff. So, Craig, your Eagles, let's talk real quick before we get started. Your Eagles this year, what's your insights? How you feeling about them?
I don't have much confidence in them this year. I think it's going to be a rebuild year.
I like this guy already, Pete.
Actually, I wish they would have stayed put in the draft. I think moving back, I know they were pretty high on Devonta Smith, but I'd rather would have stayed up and get Pitts. But I don't know. They never seem to draft well. Like for the last couple of years, it's always been a miss. They could have had a lot better team if they would have learned how to draft a couple of years ago. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Jeff, your thought on his Eagles this year, coming from a Cowboys fan?
It's interesting to hear him say that. Hey, thank you, Sanudo. I really like Smith. Devontae had an unbelievable year. He's a flamethrower with those shoes. He flies like a Deshaun Jackson from past days, and he catches everything. So I hate that your Eagles drafted him because I see him. I like that he's a little small because that maybe he won't be as good as I'm worried he is, but he could be so good. I was bummed that they drafted him. So it was interesting for me to hear you say that. But as a Cowboys fan, I'm not worried about the Eagles this year, and that makes me happy to say.
Makes you happy? Well, I like it. Well, we're going to talk more about the Eagles as we go through and other topics. I'm ready to get through and start knocking out the topics and having some fun. Don't worry if that wasn't on the wire. We picked up Loving Disworld on the wire because we needed somebody to fill in for Kelly tonight. We also have, again, with our new format, that the second half of the show, we will have another football-loving Disney creator, good friend of the community, joining us to, A, give his insight, and B, argue with Dole Whip Dad. So those are all both things that I enjoy. So we'll have some fun with that.
I love having wrong people on anytime somebody comes on and is wrong, it makes my day. So
it does. I make me happy. I love seeing you. As soon as somebody says something, you do that little twerk with your. I was like, oh, here we go.
I see you responding to that. You're like, oh man. And sometimes you won't even call on me afterwards because you see my annoyance in my face. We know each other too well, Pete.
Absolutely. Okay. All right, let's get on news and topics. Let's start out with this one. Your guys' thoughts here on this one here. We got ranking the NFL top 10 coaches for this year. And this is put out by the NFL. This is where they rank them. We'll start with Craig on this one. Taking a look at the list, my question to you is, in that top 10, one, is there somebody missing that you would put in there as a top 10 coach? And two, would you change this around at all? Craig, I'll go to you first.
Ooh, looking at that list, I mean, Andy Reid's a good coach and everything. I don't know if he's the best coach in the NFL. I mean, basically any of us could go out and coach that Chiefs offense. I mean, right. Yeah. When you have Mahomes and that throwing the ball and that offense, I mean, any of us could have put up a successful season. I'm actually going to say McDermott should probably be number one. my opinion.
Wow.
Okay, interesting. I like it. Jeff, your thoughts?
This is a hard question. It's a really good question. Like, my instinct is to say no head coach had a worse game on the Super Bowl than Bill Belichick. I mean, because is it Belichick? Was it Brady? That whole argument. I'm a big fan of a lot of the names on there. If I was hiring a head coach, if I had the chance to hire a head coach, it's McDermott, it's Harbaugh, maybe McVay. And I'm thinking about age as much as their coaching acumen. I mean,
Yeah.
It's really hard. It's like Vince Lombardi was the greatest coach ever because, he won, we're not talking about the guy who came in fourth place every year. So it's a hard one. I'm a big Pete Carroll fan. But if I had to hire somebody, I mean, yeah, I'd probably agree with Craig and go with Sean McDermott there, but big fan of a bunch of those names there. So I don't know. That's a hard one. I feel like I didn't answer your question.
Nathan, welcome in. I agree there. MD Gaming had a great comment with Mike Tomlin led the Steelers to 11-0, then blew a blowout in the wild card round by the Brownies. That's true. They did. I was excited to see this because obviously I'm a homer there with Harbaugh being third. I don't think Reed is number one. I don't think Reed is number one. I think strategizing and looking at aspects of the game right now until Bill Belichick goes away. He's a Hall of Fame first-time coach. He's proven he can do his stuff. Yes, he had great talent. But look, every Hall of Fame coach has had great talent around him, going all the way back to the days with Madden when he won with the Raiders and stuff. So, one interesting thing I was surprised is some of the older coaches that are on here.
Thanks, Paul.
Lower on the list, and going down, and some of the up and some rising ones. So it's interesting. This is a great comment here. I meant to highlight there. Justin's comment about Arians being underrated. I agree.
I agree. Yeah, I agree also.
That's an incredible comment. And, Justin, I'm going to have to maybe do an invite and bring Justin on one night, maybe as the guy.
He's great in chat. I can tell you that. Every week I think, that guy knows what he's talking about. So
Matt getting disrespected. What's up, Danny Hooley?
That's my buddy Danny. You got a new subscriber today because I was holding his phone and I hit subscribe on the Pete McDevitt channel for Danny Hooley.
Well, thank you. I'll send you a nickel. I appreciated that. So where's Riverboat Ron? There's another great response. I love it. And,
here's the real question: where's Mike McCarthy? Hopefully next year he'll be in the top 5 because we'll got an NFL ring on our finger.
What I used to believe in Mike Mara. I know he's one of the best moderators in our community and all that stuff. But right now,
who are we booing?
Harbaugh's top 3. He's one.
Okay, I see.
Can I put him in timeout? I got it. I love Mike. He's a great guy. Everybody, that's the great thing. Everybody's entitled to their opinions. We want that. We want you to put up there what you feel because everybody's about that. Yeah, that's a good thing.
You see what Sanudo said?
What?
Sanudo says, I have a face for radio.
Well, there you go. I mean, everybody's, it's Jeff. This Jeff, better than the other Jeff. Hey, it's Jeff. I love him. He says McCarthy is in the hot seat this year. Very possible. Very possible. I agree. All right. Yeah. Let's go. Next topic. Topic one here. NFL offensive team under 25. Do you believe this is the right numbers? Are you satisfied with this? Do you think it's ridiculous? What are your thoughts, Jeff? This is yours to start with.
I'm wowing on Lamar is under 25 still. That's how long has he been in the league? Not that long, I guess, but it feels like he's been a superstar for a while. I mean, what's your question? I mean, do you
agree with this list? Is there somebody missing? Is there something to say? I don't know about all 220.
I mean, I love Taylor. I don't know that Josh Jacobs is going to be there. If I looked, I'd have to look at a list of people that are under 25. But nothing against Josh Jacobs, but he doesn't pop out at me as a top 10 back or nothing.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that Becton kid on the line's a stud. I don't know. That's a really tough one. I'd have to look at a list on who we were missing because I don't know everybody's ages. But what stands out to me is Lamar Jackson is still on that list. That's crazy. Yeah, so Nudo's saying the same thing about AJ that I'm saying about Lamar.
Yeah, it's crazy. Crazy. Craig, your thoughts?
Yeah, that receiving core is nasty. Tight end, I don't know the age, but I think that Genoa Smith, I think he's 25 on the dot. So if we can include him, 25 and under, I would probably put him over Hawkinson.
The big kid Pitts is going to be on that list here.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But
it's
hard. It's hard to rank him without him touching the field yet in the NFL. You know,
I agree.
But I agree. I think Taylor's going to be a beast. I really do. Josh Jacobs, he's really hit or miss. That guy. He can have games where he just takes over, and there's somewhere he just disappears. So I don't know, but I mean, for an under 25, I think offensively, yeah, that's fantastic.
I really like Hawkinson. I've been watching him a lot as a tight end, because his blocking ability is very strong. So, how old is Stanley? I think he's 26. And yeah, he is a stud.
See, that's a hard one. Like, I don't know all their ages. I'm looking right now to find a list, and obviously found the list you're using. It's hard to know, what their ages are.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, interesting list. I found it. Thought it was good. Let's talk about this one. This will be Craig's to start out with first here. We're going to talk about rookie wide receivers. The NFL ranked these 5, according to Chris Trappist, as the top 5 rookie wide receivers. Do you have this as your top 5? Do you have it in a different order? Do you have somebody that you're thinking about that was a rookie coming in that wasn't on this list? Your thoughts. We'll start with Craig.
Obviously, Jamar Chase, I think he's number 1. I don't think there's a doubt out there. But then I'd probably put Jalen Waddle up at number 2 and Smith at 3. And then I'd probably go Elijah Moore 4 and then St. Brown at 5.
Gotcha. Okay.
I think he's in a good Waddle's in a good position down there in Miami. So I think he'll do some good things for them opposite of Parker.
Interesting. That list is bad, Danny says. I'm not sure. Okay, which way? Throw some ideas out to us, Danny, on that. Jeff, your thought on that?
I think the obvious 3 are Chase, Smith, and Waddle. I think I'm not a big Tua fan, as I've talked about a lot on the show, so I wonder about Waddle, frankly, more about Tua than him. Jamar Chase, a little bit the same, too. If Burrow comes back healthy, Jamar's going to have a big year. He's going to have a good career, I think. I think that's probably highly likely. But the guy on here that scares me the most as a Cowboy fan is Devonta Smith. He's catches everything. He flies. He's good.
Roscoe, Mrs. Roscoe Amory, welcome in. Good to see you. Mr. Bubble says, Bateman, I agree. That kid is a stud as well. The best rookie wide receiver UFA that plays the slot and gets 100 targets. I can tell you who the best rookie wide receiver is going to be that's not even listed because he's a tight end, but he's truly a wide receiver, is Pitts. Pitts is going to post. Pitts may have better numbers than half of these top 5 right here.
Well, numbers maybe not, but value, yeah.
He's going to have the targets down there. His hands are sick. I just think he's going to be a monster.
I agree. I'm a big fan.
That's interesting there. So,
but I can see Smith putting up, NFL Madden numbers.
Oh, it'll be good. So
he scares me.
Absolutely. All right, topic 4, ranking the NFL's top 10. We're going to start on this one. This is the top 10 quarterbacks as the NFL sees it right now. This was put together by Patrick Walker. We will see how that rolls. I don't know. It's interesting. What say you, Mr. Dole Whip Dad? You take a look at this?
I mean, I'm not a fan of his, but he's the best by far, Jalen Ramsey. I mean, he's at the top and he deserves to be. I like Gilmore a lot. They got him here at 5. It's hard. I love Lattimore. They got him at 7. It's a hard list because these are all insanely elite corners, and obviously the more elite you are, the less they pick on you. But for me, I mean, maybe I'm going for the names, but for me it's Ramsey and Gilmore and Lattimore that stand out.
I think the one thing that should scare the heck out of both of you is that there's 2 Ravens on this list.
Well, and there's two Pats on the list too. I mean, that's both of my teams, Cowboys and Chargers. I don't hate our defensive backfield, but I don't love it, and I'm jealous.
Well, and
have 2 corners in the top 10. That's amazing.
Here's the other thing. I don't think, and I want to talk about this right after. Craig, give me your thoughts, but I don't think Gilmore's going to be in the Patriots very long. I think he's going to be traded. Craig, your thoughts on this list?
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty solid list, but where's Xavier Rhodes?
Great call.
I mean, he's in Indianapolis now. I think he should definitely be top 10. I actually agree 1 through 5. I think that's pretty set in stone. I think it's a toss-up 5 through 10, but I would definitely have Rhodes in there. somewhere,
Yeah, that's a
maybe
good pick.
in the 8 or 9 range.
Yeah. I'm curious to see, again, like I said, where Gilmore's going to be. He wants to be traded. Ramsey is clearly number 1. Humphrey, I can see, move up to the spot in 5th because I think...
Think about, though, your Ravens. I mean, they've got 2, according to this list, 2 of the top 8. That's insane. That's insane.
Yeah, our secondary's sick right now, and if our offense does anything, we'll be there. Denzel Ward, I feel, is underrated. MD Gaming jumping in with an underrated on the Cleveland defense.
I mean, top 10. That's pretty good.
He's saying he wants top 5. White is underrated. I take him over Ramsey right now. Really?
Over Ramsey, really?
White can hit. He's got fast hands. So, I mean, let's be honest. If your team's up there with the logo next to him, you're pretty happy if you got one of these guys playing for you. So, it's good stuff. Welcome in Space Mountain Dave. We appreciate you, buddy. All right, let's take a look. Topic 5. Top coverage players in 2020. Thought this was an interesting list. It caught my eye. It was put together by Next Gen Stats, so they're obviously looking at statistics. What it is, they've got Howard, Alexander, Callahan, Warner, Williams, Bates, which I'm sure Jeff loves that, Rhodes, Johnson, Fuller, and Joe Hayden at number 10, based on statistical numbers. Obviously, we don't have the actual numbers in front of us, but anything that jumps out there at you on that list, Craig?
Yeah, I wouldn't have expected half those names to be on there, to be honest with you. But you said this is based on off statistics. Yeah, I mean, stats don't lie, but I wouldn't have guessed about 5 of those people being on that list.
So that's interesting to say that. So stats don't lie. I totally agree, but stats are definitely a function of the past and opportunity. The worst DBs get thrown at the most. So some of the guys who are on the top 10 in INTs aren't necessarily even good, let alone, great defensive back studs. So I don't know. Do you want to have, I'd have to see the stats here.
Yeah.
I will say one thing. I didn't know I wanted a Cincinnati Bengals jersey, but now I do. So I didn't.
Just because it says Bates on it?
That'd be fun.
Justin has a great point. He says, Hayden, he's playing in 2021 with his knees quit playing.
I know, right? And that's the thing. That's my point. Top 10 coverage, what does that mean? What are the stats? Probably because they threw at him a lot. I mean.
Yeah. It says passer rating allowed, catch rate allowed. What's that other one? Tight window percentage.
Yeah. It's a target rate, average separation, expected points added. It's a lot of stuff that goes into it. It's like trying to figure out taxes.
Yeah, exactly. I love some of the analytics. I also think that you can make it say almost anything when there's so much stuff out there now. So, I mean, maybe it's a good stat. I don't know. I don't want to disparage it, but I'm surprised to see this list as a top 10 anything. So, but whatever.
Yeah, it kind of caught my eye, and I thought it was unique. So I was like, all right, I'll put that up there. All right, let's go to.
The top coverage guy in the NFL is Jalen Ramsey, and he ain't on the list.
No, that's true. All right, topic 6. I set this out. I said to you, hey, I need to know your top 5 running backs for 2021 going into the year. What did you think it was going to be? So let's start. This is Dole Whip Dad's start question. Tell me, what are your top 5 running backs for you going into 2021?
Well, I mean, any list has to start with Derrick Henry. I mean, there's no real list that doesn't start with Henry right at the top. Now, if he's healthy, the guy you've got on the cover there, C-Mac, is going to be the best and the most dynamic, certainly, running back. So I'm going to say it's those 2, 1 and 1A. You can't just say McCaffrey's back for sure, but I suspect he will be. So do I expect Henry to take a step back? I do, for a couple of reasons. They're not going to use him as much. What the heck is that? Is that me?
What? What's the matter?
What?
I hear audio. I don't know if that was me or not. Sorry if that was. I lost my train of thought. I like to see Saquon bouncing back. I'm a big fan of Nick Chubb. I wish I was talking about Zeke here, but I'm not. But I like the kid for the Rams a lot. Can't ignore Kamara. Well, there you go. You just threw him up there.
Yeah.
Dalvin Cook. Yeah, he's on the list too. So I don't know. I think that for me, it's obviously Henry and McCaffrey. And
okay.
I think Chubb might get up there too, but we'll see.
Okay. Welcome in Movie Mania Nick. Welcome in Kristen. Welcome in Joey Solo. I love that name. Joey Solo.
Yeah.
Sounds like a bad wrestler, man. I mean, like a tough wrestler, like, Papa Pump or something. I love it. Aaron Jones. Craig, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, maybe.
I'm putting these up here as we go along. Head Keith PDF. I'm putting the names up here that everybody's done. I'll show you what the NFL put out, or I'll tell you as soon as Craig gives us his thoughts.
Well, I would go definitely Henry at number 1. I'm actually going to put Dalvin Cook at number 2, and McCaffrey at number 3, and Chubb at 4. Then I think there's a whole slew of guys that could qualify for 5th. You have your Kamara. You have Saquon Barkley if he's healthy.
Yeah,
those guys are definitely right up there. I would say Aaron Jones. I see somebody throwing that in there. However, his backup I think is going to get a lot of time this year. They kind of started sneaking him in when he was hurt. So I don't know. 5's a hard spot. I'm probably going to go with Kamara. But what's the difference now with Jameis Winston under center as opposed to Drew Brees, who would hit him on screens all day long? So that's definitely top 4. But
okay. Let me give you what the NFL has put out as projected top 5. Number 5. Najee Harris, Pittsburgh.
Wow.
Number 5. Okay.
That's assuming a lot, but okay.
Yeah.
Number 4. J.K. Dobbins, Baltimore Ravens.
Wow.
Interesting. Okay. Number 3. David Montgomery, which I believe is with the Chicago Bears. Right? Interesting. I was shocked at that one.
Is this a top 10 list or a top 5 list?
No, this is a top 5. Oh, so hold on. Did I go to the wrong one? I might have went to the wrong one. I did go to the wrong one. I went to the top 5 breakouts. My fault. My fault. I'm screwing it up.
Okay.
I knew something was wrong. The Disney Baker showed up. I got so overwhelmed. It's like celebrity status showing up. And it just threw me out. So, who made this list? The 3rd grader. It was me, Joey.
That makes more sense. That makes more sense.
Let me go back to the actual list since I hit the wrong button. Hey, I'm handicapped. I got one hand, damn it. Come on. All right. Nick Chubb, number 5.
Okay.
Nick Chubb, number 5. Number 4, Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook.
This sounds more.
Yeah. Number 3, Alvin Kamara. Alvin Kamara, number 3. Number 2, Christian McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey, number 2. Number 1, Derrick Henry. That does make a lot more sense. Although my running back for the Ravens is going to have a good year. I don't think he's going to have a better year than those.
I mean, I think he could. Well, he could be a breakout guy, to use the word that you already used. But yeah, not top 5 yet.
That's interesting. Thought it was good. Chubb won't get enough touches to be top 5.
I mean, they do got that other stud back. I don't know, but he's pretty elite.
RJ in the house. What's up? What's up? Here's a great line. I'm waiting for it to come up on my screen here. It takes a second. Mr. Bubbles. I'm loving the name, and I love Where's Tebow. Oh, that's good stuff. That's good stuff. Where's Kamara? Well, he's in there. So, literally the same list I posted a few sentences ago. Nice job, Joey. Way to call it out. So,
yeah, I think that's basically what me and Nick or Craig said too.
Hey, it's just that Dobbins will break out this year. Thought that was good.
He might. Yeah, I mean, I was drafting him in a couple of leagues I was in last year in hopes he might. Chris
Carson was not on the top 5 list. They just gave us the top 5. So, all right, let's go on to the next topic here. Let's talk about this one. Brady versus Mahomes. Look at the numbers here. Tell me, you're going into the Super Bowl this year. You have a team. Start with Craig on this one. Looking at the numbers, which are kind of surprising. Who do you want as your quarterback? Craig, you can start us off.
I mean, as good as Mahomes is, you kind of have to roll with Brady just for the experience. The guy's been there. The man knows how to win, no matter who he has. He knows how to win games. And, I love Mahomes. I think he is kind of a better quarterback in terms of raw skill. Right. But I'm going to go with Brady just because, he has the experience.
Well, the unique thing there is Brady has more wins or less wins, 38 versus 34, the first 4 seasons. This is the first 4 seasons of their career, but interesting against it. Jeff, what's your thoughts on these two right here?
I mean, Ryan Leaf has more talent than Tom Brady, but Tom Brady is the obvious answer here. Tom Brady.
Wow.
Tom Brady has proven it time and time and time again. I'm not a fan, but every year I become more of a fan just because, come on, he's Michelangelo. Like, look at what this guy's doing. And let's be real. I wish, Kelly, can you hear me? Mahomes throws into traffic. I get it. It works. I get it. He zips it in there. He throws it behind his back. He's playing in the backyard like I do with my grandkids on the real field. And it's going to get him. He's got elite talent around him. He's got elite talent himself. I would take Brady 10 out of 10 times.
Well, here's the great thing. Kelly, Myers and the Mouse, is not here. I think that we should have this for, whenever Mahomes takes the field, I'm thinking we should hear this. Kelly's not here to defend himself. He has to do it. So, but yeah, two great quarterbacks.
Why does that make me want a churro? That was pretty good.
I don't know. There you go. Interesting. Who beat Mahomes in the Super Bowl last year? That's right. Tom Brady, Mouse Talk, jumping in with a great comment there. So, I don't know. Nobody tell Kelly that I played clown music to his quarterback. He'll get mad and call me and say nasty things. So we don't want to do that. All right, let's go on to next topic here. This is a good one. Ranking the NFL's offensive tackles. I think these guys get forgot about a lot. They do a great job. So check them out. This will start with Craig. Take a look at the list. Anything jump out at you? What do you think about the list? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Your thoughts?
Yeah, once again, I think that's a pretty fair list. I think I can't think of anybody off the top of my head that I would not have on that list. They're all solid.
Okay, good. Jeff, your thoughts looking at that list?
Tyron Smith, he'll be healthy. He'll be back on that list. Tunsil's a beast. Bakhtari's great. Bakhtari's the only guy on the list who's better at a basketball game on the Jumbotron than he is on the football field. He's great there. I love a great left tackle. You don't have a great team without a great left tackle. There's even a right tackle on this list, so I love that. But to me, the studs are Tunsil, Stanley, Bakhtari, Williams, and I'll say it, Tyron Smith. I know he's been down the last 2 years, but if he's as healthy as everybody's saying, he's a top 3 or 4 left tackle.
Well, I'm excited because Stanley hopefully will come back healthy.
Right, Jesse?
So, yeah, Joey Solo with a great comment. Andrew Thomas better be on this list next year. You're going to have guys that this list should change from year to year. And if you like what we're doing, we're going to do this again next year where we continue to build up to the NFL season. I think we're having a lot of fun with it here. All right, interesting. All right, let's go over here. You got top 10 quarterbacks under pressure in 2020. So let's go to Jeff. Diz our dream. Your thoughts on this one?
Diz our dream? No. This list cracks me. Ryan Fitzpatrick has the least pressure in the history of NFL quarterbacks. So I don't know how they put him on the top of this list. He has zero pressure. People expect nothing out of him because apparently they're blind and stupid. I love Ryan Fitzpatrick. Who has the most pressure on him? Wilson, Aaron Rodgers. That's all. I'm going to go with those two. Aaron Rodgers probably at the top. It rhymes with. Thank you, baby. See, I was going to say a bad word, and my daughter brought me cookies. So God stopping me from saying a bad word right there. I think that Aaron Rodgers has more pressure on him than any quarterback going into the season in years. So I'm shocked that Ryan Fitzpatrick is at the top here and Rodgers isn't at the top.
Okay, interesting. I know under pressure, according to the stats, it's Fitzpatrick, but I don't know. Craig, your thoughts?
Under pressure.
Under pressure. What do you think?
I really dislike this stats, to be honest with you, this list. Because half those quarterbacks I'm not even fans of. Like Ben Roethlisberger, he brings that on himself. Dude holds on to the ball way too long. Like that's his own doing. And half the time
he used to be able to get away with it. Not so much.
Yeah, he can't anymore because he moves like I don't know, dump truck. Like
totally agree.
And then he'll throw it into the defensive back's hands. And Andy Dalton, sorry, no. Josh Allen's a stud. So, yeah, maybe Allen, Herbert, or Rodgers and Wilson. That's about it.
I think, the key here is, as I look at it, Next Gen Stats put this out. It's looking at statistics. But what I look is are they moving the offense? And honestly, Fitzpatrick's number one, and all he's done is moved around from team to team. If he was moving the offense that much, he wouldn't be doing this. So that's a key factor when we're looking at this whole thing. And same thing, Lamar, I agree. Lamar's my QB, and he runs first. He does run first. That's a great point. Mr. Bubbles, where's Kyler? I don't know. Not on there yet, but this is just statistical numbers based on Next Gen Stats is good, But
So I got to be honest. I'm reading it now, and I did not understand the question. What I responded to is not what they said. So my apologies. This is top 10 quarterbacks when under pressure. So this is saying Fitz. So I read that wrong. I apologize. That's a totally different thing. I thought we were saying what quarterbacks are under the most, like the hot seat kind of.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So sorry about that. If I can redo my answer now, because I was thinking totally different.
I will. Hold on. Let me go to the judge. The judge says, "Yep, go ahead. Why not?"
I would say.
Give you a royal. Go ahead.
I would say now that I actually paid attention to what the thing says, the guy that stands out. I mean, they're looking at stats, so it doesn't matter. But my opinion is Josh Allen. He was dropping dimes from angles and stuff. I mean, stuff that doesn't even make sense. But I mean, Fitz, yeah, come on, Fitz is magic, people. Just put him in the Hall of Fame. He's awesome.
Okay, love it. All right, next topic. We got 2 topics, and we're going to talk about the first week's game, and then we're going to go from there. Let's jump on to this one. Ranking 2021 backup quarterbacks. Backup quarterbacks are key in the league. You got to have a good one. If your QB goes down, you want to stay competitive till he gets back. These are the backups right now. They're listed as top backups. Your thoughts, gentlemen. Jeff, this will be yours to start out.
So when I see a backup list, I want to see Andy Dalton. I want to see a guy who's already done it. I don't want to see a 500-year-old, but I want to see a guy who could start for a team.
Right.
The only guy on there for me, well, 2 maybe, Minshew and Bridgewater. Sorry, I feel like I'm not respecting Taylor. Taylor got injured, so I'm being a little disrespectful there, but I've never really, I mean, he's got talent. If you're talking about who's going to be a star, I love Trey Lance. Okay. I love Trey Lance. Yeah, well, I mean, he's 14, so not this year.
You said that on many shows. I agree with you there. Craig, your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think Trey Lance is going to be good. Fields, I think they're all going to be good, but I can't put them on a best backup quarterback list if they haven't gotten into a game and proved that they can lead a team as a backup. So I'm going to have to put Bridgewater as the number 1. I think Brissett's not a bad quarterback either. So I think he's right there. But yeah, that's it. I can't really make a judge on the rookies yet.
Here's the scary part when you look at this, when you talk about backup quarterbacks. Some of the key teams that are in the race this year have people on this list. Case Keenum over in Cleveland, going to be in the mix. Trey Lance up in San Francisco in the mix. Green Bay, that may be your starter in the mix. Hard to say. And then, Gardner Minshew at 10, back up down there. I don't know if they'll be in the mix, but that could be interesting. Jacoby Brissett down in Miami. Your quarterback down there, Tua, smaller quarterback, running quarterback, and who knows? It could be interesting. So we'll see. We'll see. All right. Last topic before we go to what we're going to do for the week. Oh, went too far. Let me bring up the last topic here. All right. This is a good one. Top 5 complete teams of the year. Now, I want to get your guys, and then I'll bring up what the NFL put out there. Okay? Let me go to Craig first on this one. Your top 5 most complete teams in your thought. Now, complete teams means this team is fully stacked of what they need to do right now, opening the season, defense, offense, special teams, to get them through the playoffs and have a chance at a Super Bowl shot. Craig, give me your 5.
All right, well, obviously you got to go the Buccaneers. I mean, they are defending Super Bowl champs. They have all 22 of their starters back, so they got to be up there. The Chiefs, of course. I'm going to buy into the Tennessee Titan hype because that offense is – I mean, they've been close the last couple of years, and now you just add Julio Jones. Are you kidding me?
Yep.
The Rams, just because that defense is ridiculous. If they can learn how to play in the first half, they are definitely going to be a top 5 team. Yeah, once again, 5th spot's a little tough. If Rodgers decides to play, he might be there, or the Bills would be the other one.
Okay. All right. Jeff, your thoughts? You're a complete 5.
I agree with his list. I mean, Buffalo, I would put more up the top. Not as also ran there. Baltimore and the Niners. So for me, it's the Chiefs, it's the Bucks, Bills, Rams, Niners, and Ravens. I know you asked for 5 and that's 6, but I don't like
that's fine. All right, let me give you what the NFL puts out there as what they're thinking. Buddy says, "Where's Mahomes?" He's not on this list because he's not a complete team, buddy. Maybe I don't know what you're asking there, buddy, but I love you. Appreciate you. Wants to know where Mayfield is. I don't know. He's not a complete team either. Mike.
I think maybe he needs to fast forward. Maybe that's on a.
Yeah, buddy, catch up to us. We love you, bud. Appreciate you being here tonight, hanging out with us. All right, the NFL put out this as their top 5. Let's go to it. Number 5, Buffalo Bills. Buffalo Bills. Let me put out as comments.
Rules are for other people, bud.
Numbers 4, Los Angeles Chargers. Los Angeles Chargers. Okay.
I love that. I wish I thought they were that high, but I love that.
Number 3 would be Kansas City Chiefs at number 3. What's up, Rachel? Welcome in.
Rachel.
Great to see you. Help us out, everybody. Hit a like for us tonight. Hit the like and help us out. So, let's go. Number 2, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tampa Bay Buccaneers is put out. So, and then number 1 is put out Cleveland Browns.
No.
Cleveland Browns as the most on paper ready to go. Put out by the NFL.
How can you not have a team that won a Super Bowl that lost nobody not be number 1? I mean, they are world champs until somebody beats them.
And your point is well taken. It's not like they lost anybody. They got a year older, but I don't know. That makes no sense to me. And the Browns don't make my top 5. That's a dumb list.
I agree. Casey, welcome in. Casey's Corner in the house.
Hey, Casey.
In the house. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I remind you all week, I ask my moderators to do me a favor. Drop the links for the gentlemen in the chat tonight. Lovin' Disworld and Dole Whip Dad. Lovin' Disworld Craig. Disney content. A solid creator. Does some great food and dining reviews. A lot more content coming out. A partner of mine in the Christmas event for the Disney community. Dole Whip Dad, an excellent creator in his own, does Disney content.
Love that guy.
Yeah, I heard about that. He also does Creator Talk, helping creators grow their channels. They do a fantastic job. I would also ask everybody, please drop my partner and our partner who's not here tonight, Myers and the Mouse, drop their link as well. Okay, real quick, let's jump into this. Ladies and gentlemen, we have, how you doing? Good to see you right there. We have a Pick'em League for the channel. A Pick'em League. I'm going to put this into the chat right now. Here's your link. It's free to get in. It's the one F word that's allowed on this channel. Free, free to get in. You go in each week. You pick a winning team. You get a point every time you do it. And we keep a running total. At the end of it, the winner will receive a Visa gift card for $100. This is sponsored by Clean Look Cleaning Services, Manchester, New Hampshire. Absolutely fantastic. Commercial cleaning 30 minutes and up. Clean Looks Cleaning Service, bringing you the Clean Look Pick'em League for the year. Free to get in. If you don't go and get in and you like doing this stuff, we're going to talk about it every week on the channel. We're going to talk about who's winning, who's losing, and at the end of it, we're giving you a $150 Visa gift card for the winner. Go sign up tonight. We'd love to have you be a part of it. Let's get into our picks for Week 13. This is a good one starting out 13, Thursday Night Football. These are games, everybody, that I will be doing on the channel live. You will see many of these gentlemen that are with me, along with others, stop in, do some color commentating throughout the year. Let's talk about this one. I'll throw it to Craig first. Saints versus Packers. Craig, remember, we're planning this that all picks are being made tonight based on everybody's healthy, no injuries going into the normal thing. What do you say, Saints and Packers? Who's your pick on this one?
I'm going to go with the Packers.
Okay.
I think it's going to be a shootout, but I think the Packers are just going to have too much for them in the fourth quarter.
Okay.
Rodgers game-winning touchdown drive.
Ooh.
Like it. Okay. I need if our guest wants to come on in. We're waiting on you. Jeff, what do you say on the Cowboys?
So I'm confused on what game we're picking here. Is this the what game are we picking here?
I'm sorry. It's Cowboys and Saints is the game.
Oh,
we're doing Packers and
football.
Yeah, no, there was something different on the slide there, I think. Okay. I don't know what the heck to do with the Saints this year. I like their roster. They don't know who their quarterback is. I don't know who their quarterback is. I think the Cowboys are one of the best teams in the NFC. I think the Cowboys are going to have a very good season. I'm picking the Cowboys there.
I think there might be somebody that thinks you're wrong. Let me see. Mouse Talk, who's winning, Cowboys and Saints?
Cowboys.
What? You agree with
Good way to start, Walt. Good way to start.
Packers are going to kill the Saints in that game, first off.
Yeah, that was week 1.
Quarterback rules the league. And this guy named Breeze, he retired. And now they got some guy named Jameis Winston quarterback, and they're in trouble.
Ladies and gentlemen, joining our chat right now for the back half of the show, you know him from all of his Disney content. 9,000 people, can't be wrong, and that's how many people are following him right now. It is Walt from Mouse Talk. Excellent, excellent content creator for Disney, and a very smart cat when it comes to baseball and football. Walt, glad you could join us for the second half of the show. And
Hey, aliens.
Darla is in the house. Darla's in the house. Darla's in the house. TTM says the Saints are winning this one. I just want to check the chat real quick. It's Jeff says the Cowboys, like the Cowboys. Bud Ricketts is just happy that Mouse Talk is in the house here, which is Walt getting a lot of love. I like it. I like it. Joey, what's Joey say? Cowboys are one of the best teams in the NFC. LMAO. Laughable. The defense can't stop a cold.
No. Joey says, ouch, I hit my head. I'm going to say crazy things. Okay, cool.
I love it.
I didn't say they were one of the better teams in the NFC. I just think they're better in that game. They're going to beat the Saints.
Yeah. Danny says, hot take, the Cowboys have the 2 best offenses in the NFL, possibly. Interesting. All right, I like it. All right, let's go on to the next game here. Let me jump down. We just did Cowboys and Saints. Our Sunday afternoon game on the channel will be an interesting one at heart. I got to bring in Walt to this one. I forgot to do it for that one. Sunday, the season just got bigger. New York versus the Dolphins in Miami. Let's start off with our guest who joined us here for the second half of the thing. I forgot to fix that thing. Sorry, Walt. I thought I fixed that slide.
He's not there.
I can be the Hatbox Ghost.
Yes, Hatbox Ghost. Walt, Giants at the Dolphins, an interesting matchup. What are your thoughts on this one?
Got to go with the Dolphins. I think that the game as a whole could be very, very close. In a lot of pick'em games, I like to lean towards the home teams. I think the talent level might be a little bit better with Miami than the Giants.
Okay.
But it could be a close game. Saquon Barkley will have a lot to say in that game if he's healthy.
Oh, good call. Okay, like it. Craig, your thoughts?
Assuming everyone's healthy, I'm actually going to go with the Giants with the upset.
Okay.
I think Giants offense could really click. I really do.
Really? Okay, interesting. Yep. All right, Dole Whip Dad, your thoughts on this one?
I like the Giants in that game, too. I think Daniel Jones is insanely talented. I think he's going to have a big year. If Saquon's healthy, y'all know what I think about Tua. Throws the ball like I pump the ball. So if he's even the starter still at that point, I might go with the Giants there.
Jay says, hot take, Giants 9 or more. Wow, I got them beating the Finns easily.
I'll likely be picking them second in the NFC East over Washington. But, I don't hate Washington. I love their D, but...
Okay, love it. Fins up, getting that in there. Bud Ricketts says the Giants fall. Interesting. All good comments. Home team wins this one, Buddy Sauceman says. Interesting. Okay. Let's go on to Week 13, Sunday night. This looks to be a good one here as well. Right there. Ravens at Pittsburgh. Ravens at Pittsburgh. Week 13. It's always a fight on this one. Let's talk about it. Let's start off with Dole Whip Dad. We'll go reverse this time and bring Walt in. And let's go, Dole Whip Dad, your thoughts on what we're going to do.
I can see Week 13 being the time that we stick the fork in the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think the Ravens rule the division. I think the Steelers are going the wrong way, and I can see Week 13 being the week we go, yep, the Ravens are much better than them. So I think the Ravens win handily.
Okay, interesting. Let's go to Craig. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm going to make you happy, Pete, and I'm going to say the Ravens win, and it's not really going to be that close.
Yeah.
Wow, not that close. Interesting. All right.
Yep.
Walter, I know you're not. I know you're even from, although you're from Maryland, you're not a homer. You play to your team.
We got 2 Baltimore people on the show, though. Yeah, think about that. That's crazy.
Yeah, but I bet you Walt may go another way. We'll see.
Flip a coin. I'm sorry. We see this all the time. You guys know how division games go. And is there a bigger rivalry than the Ravens and the Steelers? I mean, there's many that are close. Pete, I know you know this game is not going to be a gimme. It never is. It never is. I'm sorry. I agree with Jeff. I think they're going in opposite directions, but it's always a game. I'd flip a coin here.
Yeah, it'll be a good one for Sunday.
I think it will be. I can't see it blow out. It never happens.
No,
They
unless
show up for these games.
the only way it's a blowout is if Ben gets hurt. They're playing.
I was just going to say that. I mean,
that's my point. But these teams, they show up for these rivalry games. They do. They don't to save face a lot of times. They don't want to be embarrassed,
right?
And they play to the level sometimes. I agree with you. I think the better team is Baltimore. But if Pittsburgh won that game, I wouldn't be surprised. It's a rivalry
in Pittsburgh.
I'd like to know the odds on Ben playing all 16 games this year. I mean, it's week 13.
Not good.
Yeah, exactly. So I
Not
don't know.
good at all. I agree.
I think his career has probably come to an end before this game kicks off.
Well, he's retired 12 times, so.
Yeah, right.
I like it. All right, let's go over to Week 11. Week 11. Do we have everybody on here? No, we don't. Got to bring Week 3 in there. Right there. This will be a great Monday night matchup. The Patriots at home, welcoming in the potential MVP quarterback of the league, possibly. A cold time when you're talking about late in the season. Let's jump on it. Let's start with Craig. Why don't you start this one? What is your thoughts? Buffalo and the Pats.
Patriots are tough at home, but I've got to go with Buffalo. But I don't think that's going to be a blowout. I think that's going to be a pretty close game. But got to go with the Bills.
Okay. Walt, your thoughts here?
Buffalo.
Not even a question.
No, I'm a. You guys know me. I've been on here several times. I'm a big proponent of quarterback. I just think it really makes or breaks teams. And the coach, look, you can be a great coach, but a coach will tell you got to have the horses.
Yes.
And he doesn't have the horses.
Okay.
And the biggest horse of all, he certainly doesn't have. I like Buffalo in this football game.
All right. Don't look, Dad. You've heard it from the horse's mouth. He doesn't have the horses.
Hey, look at you. That was a good one.
I agree with Joey. I think Mac is the starter by this game in New England. I will say this. While I don't like the Pats to have a big season, I don't think they're going to have a horrible season. That defense is real good. Real good. And that's going to keep them in every game, and Belichick is a great coach. So could they win 10? They could. Could they win 7? They could. I'm going to put them at 9, maybe 10. Buffalo's elite. Buffalo's going to win this game because I think they're one of the best teams in the NFL. I get it's in New England. I get that New England's got a great defense. If I'm picking them to go to the Super Bowl, I got to pick them to win this game on the road.
I think it'll be interesting. Welcome in,
D&G. Perfect timing.
Great to see you, D&G. We're picking your team right now. And also Captain Akron. Ryan's in with us. Great to see you here as well. I agree this is a close game in my aspect of the rivalry, okay? I go back to what we said with Pittsburgh and what we said with the Ravens. The only thing is, the challenge here is, I really just think that Buffalo's got way too much talent on their team. They have a superstar quarterback who's just getting better. He hasn't even hit his pinnacle yet. And the quarterback over on New England going the same way. I hate saying it. I agree with Walt on that. And I think this will be an easy Buffalo win, probably by 10, I think, even though it's in New England.
Well, see, right now. Oh, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, Walt. Go ahead. New England's not being overlooked. I'm sorry. The AFC is stacked with teams this year. Stacked. Tennessee, Indianapolis, Buffalo, Baltimore, Cleveland, Kansas City. There's a lot of really, really good teams in the AFC. I'm sorry, New England's not at the top of that list. All of those teams are better than that team. I agree. The defense will keep them in football games. But I could see 7-9 easy with this team.
Okay.
I apologize for sounding like a degenerate gambler here, but I think New England will be one of the teams that has one of the better against the spread records this year because that defense is good and everybody's piling on. So I'm going to say they are being overlooked. As a team, they're not going to be a threat.
That's a great call about ATS because I think they're going to get some points this year.
Defense is going to keep games, man.
Defense will keep in games. Take a look at the Patriots. ATS first week. You heard it from Dolick Dad right here. ATS first week. So interesting. Joey says Indy with a part-time Wentz at quarterback. Well, hard to say. I think Wentz, I bet you Wentz does better at Indy than you think he has.
Well, they were 11-5 last year without Wentz. Now, I know it was Phillip Rivers, but.
And of course, you got an extra game this year, but I still think they're going to be better. I think they're going to have a better winning percentage. I really do. All right, real quick.
11-5. Wow.
I do.
They went 11-5 last year. They had the same record as Tennessee.
Again, Pete's calling more than that. So Pete's calling 12 wins in Indy. That's a big deal.
I think it's going to be something. Again, I want to just highlight, ladies and gentlemen, because I think it's important. Florida Park Explorers, welcome in. I think it's very important that you recognize those great people that are doing it. To be incredible in life, you surround yourself with great people. I try to do that with my channel, whether it's my guest on a Disney interview or it's my co-broadcasters for the nights that we do sports. Again, I want to remind everybody, and please drop their links. Thank you, Paul. I see you're all over it already. Craig Love in Disworld does an excellent job with his channel, Dole Whip Dad. And our friend, Mouse Talk here, not too far from 10,000 following him. And as you see, he knows his sports. So, all right, let's go to the back half. Let's hit the news. And we got one more week's of stuff, then we'll get a couple questions. One got to go. This is a quick answer. Yes or no, who do you want to go? We'll start with the top with Walt. Who do you want to go? One of them's got to go. You can only keep 3.
Easy.
Which one
Easy.
you sticking out? Walt, go.
I don't know. Aaron Jones.
Aaron Jones. Interesting. Craig, who are you kicking out?
Elliott.
What?
Interesting.
The show was going so good. Aaron Jones, obviously. I couldn't hear what Craig said. Apparently, his mouth exploded or something. What? No.
I got to go with Jones myself right now. In that, I was struggled. I struggled between Jones.
Aaron Jones is average. He's an average star in the league. Average.
Hold on. I have a call coming in that has a comment about Jeff's comment.
What are you looking at, you hockey puck?
I can't argue that. I can't
Jones
argue.
is a Jag, just another guy. He's just a Jag.
All right, let's go.
I mean, a lot of people in chat are saying Elliott's gone, so
Yeah.
A lot of people in chat are on meth. What the heck?
Start, sit, or cut. We'll start with Dole Whip Dad and go up. Tell me what you're going to do. Who are you going to start? Who are you going to sit? And who are you going to cut for your team? This is
the greats ever. That's brutal. Randy Moss is not going anywhere. He's the greatest on that list. Probably the greatest not named Jerry Rice. Boy, I guess I go with Owens, but next. But no, I love all 3 of them. Who doesn't, right? I guess Jones is the one I cut there, but wash my mouth out with soap. I hate saying that. That's crazy.
Okay. Craig, this is a tough one. Your turn.
I'm actually going to start Calvin Johnson because I think given a better quarterback, that guy would have been even better than what he was because that guy was a freak of nature.
Yeah, all 3. Yes.
I'm actually going to cut Terrell Owens.
Woo! All right.
It's almost unfair. Like these are 3 of the top maybe 5 receivers of all time. Like this is.
It is.
That's a crazy list.
It is. Okay, let's go up to Walt. Your thought. Chicken Man, what's up, Chicken Man? Welcome in.
Well, I'm going to take exception to Chris's if he had a better quarterback. He had Matt Stafford, who I think is extremely good. And I think is going to put my team over the top this year. So I'm going to take exception to that comment. But I am going to agree with you. That's who I'm starting. I'm starting Calvin Johnson. I'm cutting Terrell. Sorry. For as great as he is, he's as much of a... Never mind.
Yeah.
All right, you know what? I'll give you the Stafford quarterback, but I mean, he had nobody surrounding him though. I mean, he had no receiver to take any pressure, no running.
You can even argue that he has elite stats. Obviously, he was great, but they were out of every game they played. Sorry.
Well, and I'll even go.
No, they were.
They
were.
I think if you
were rolling.
If you take Megatron and put him on either one of those 2 teams that those other guys played on, his numbers are through the roof.
I mean, if I want to get argumentative, Randy Moss is only not as good as the greatest receiver of all time. Like, who? Come on. He was on a bunch of teams, and he was the best player on the field every time. So, I don't know. I don't know how he's not number 1. But, again, all 3 of them are amazing.
I knew this was going to be a tough one, and I liked this when I saw it. I thought this was good. All right, Craig, you'll start the answers off for this one. Ranking the 2021 first-round quarterbacks by team situation. Who do you have? Do you agree with this list? And if, how would you change it? We'll go Craig, Walt, and Jeff in that order. Craig, you're up, buddy.
I'm going to flip-flop Lawrence and Mac Jones, and then the rest of stays the same.
Flip-flop Lawrence and Mac Jones. Okay. Walt, you're up. Hey, AAA Sparkles, welcome in, dear.
Well, when you say team situation, I mean, I don't know. I got to put Trevor Lawrence at 5 then. They won 1 game last year. He doesn't. I'm sorry. You got to have talent around him. How many times have we seen a number 1 draft pick quarterback?
The team under him is the Jets. Just throwing.
I understand. But how many games did the Jets win last year? They won 2. So you're right.
They were actually worse than the Jags because they won a game. They were so bad that they couldn't lose the game they were supposed to lose. That's how bad they were.
I know.
But Trevor is surrounded by talent. I mean, Robinson's a stud running back. He's really solid. And, they got some good receivers, too, in Jacksonville. They just, I don't know. It's their defense.
Jacksonville's going to win 3 times as many games as they won last year.
And the Jets will actually lose more.
I think either way we're
Okay.
If they play in the playoffs,
the way the order is the right order to me. I think it's correct.
I think the order's correct. What I will say, I think it's a big gap between in my mind, between Trey Lance and the rest of the group. I think the 49ers are set up right now for success. He's being dropped right in if he gets in there to start, which I think he will, honestly. If he gets in there and does it, I think he's in the best situation to do something. I think Mac Jones, they're in a big rebuilding year. You never know what quarterbacks are going to do in Chicago. Trevor Lawrence, again, to Walt's point, them and the Jets didn't win anything this year. Will they make an impact? Yes. Are they going to turn it around? I don't know. I don't think it's best situation. Florida Park says Jets still have a team. Yeah, they do. So let's go. So, all right, let's go to the next topic. We'll start with Dole Whip Dad and go up the channel. Ranking all 8 NFL divisions by quarterback. You see how the NFL has them ranked. Do you agree with this list? Do you disagree? Your thoughts. Let's start with Dole Whip Dad.
This is an interesting question because you've got 4 and 5 teams in each division.
No, they're all
4. Ranking all 8 divisions by quarterback.
By their quarterbacks, by the 4 quarterbacks that are in each one. So if you think about that,
NFC West should be number 1. They've got Murray and Wilson on the list. They got Stafford added. It took me a minute to digest this, but as I'm digesting my cookies, my pizza, and this question, come on, Matthew Stafford's the best quarterback in that division. I'm not just saying that because I like Walt, and he's not even on the picture. So
that's true.
NFC West is number 1.
Okay. Craig, you're up. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I agree. NFC West is number 1. I think probably across the board. I don't know. Maybe the NFC South could be up a little higher. Maybe they could flip-flop with the AFC South.
Okay. Interesting. All right. Next.
I would just flip-flop the first and second. Okay. I think the West definitely has the best quarterback.
Overall,
of the group, for sure. I'm not sure. I look at some of these lists. You guys had the one earlier about complete teams, and I think it's just the NFL trying to get people to read their articles. They're trying to generate people to read their stuff, to put something out that ridiculous.
Clickbait.
Worked, right?
I'm not being a homer here, but the Rams, how do you not put the Rams in the top 5 as complete team? They got one of the best punters in the league. They got one of the best kickers in the league, if you want to talk special teams as well.
Oh, I love that you went with the special teams right off the bat there.
We're talking complete. Well, the offense and the defense, I think, speak for themselves. Even last year with a down year on offense, the Rams were in the top 7 offenses, and their defense is phenomenal. Top 2
and you upgraded at the most important position in all of sports.
I just don't understand how that. They're just trying to. I don't know what they're trying to do.
I appreciate you, FPE. Thank you very much. I agree with everything the guys have said. I'd like to point out that it's also comical that in the NFC East, the quarterback is falling on his head at number 8.
I would agree with that, too. If you want to go on the back half, the NFC East is Dak and nobody else. And I love Daniel Jones. I actually think he's going to be elite. I really like him. This might be the first year that he's good. I can see him being a Pro Bowl quarterback. So I really like him. But, not only does Washington not have a quarterback, but they don't have a team name. So
yeah, absolutely. That's true. All right, next topic. We got 2 more here to go before we get to last week and then go to questions. Start, sit, or cut. Start, sit, or cut. I love this one. You already know my answer. I'm going to start with Walt. Let's go. Right from the top down. What do you think? Start, sit, or cut?
Well, again, it's 3 Hall of Famers. I think
Yeah.
I've got my opinion on Ed Reed. I think Ed Reed freelances a little too much. He gets away with He gets away with some mistakes when he makes great plays, but he makes a lot of mistakes too. So I'm going to cut Palomalu. I'm going to start Dawkins, and I'm going to sit Ed Reed.
Okay. Wow. I'd like to point out real quick. How rude. I agree. Craig, you're up. Your thoughts.
I think Walt hit the nail on the head on that one. I definitely think I'd be probably cutting Polamalu and starting Dawkins.
Okay, got you there.
Homie, don't play that.
Okay, Jeff, you're up.
Somebody got hit in the head with that nail. I think Dawkins is the one that gets cut. I think that I am having trouble being even fair on my own brand on this. So I'm a draft Nick. I've always loved the draft. I am still annoyed with the Chargers not drafting Troy Polamalu way back when the draft was the draft. I wanted the Chargers to get him. I'm a Chargers fan living out there. He was there for the take, and they didn't take him, and he was every bit as good as I thought. And everybody thought this guy could be a Hall of Famer, and he was. Reed was elite. I do agree. Part of his eliteness was his freelancing. That's what they want him to do, though. Troy's number 1. Reed's 2. Dawkins gets cut, but come on, they're all amazing.
You blew it!
All right, we're going to go to the next topic here. Because it's just going to argue with people. Let's talk about this one. This is a great one. I thought about Walt when I saw this question. I'm going to be honest, and I'm going to let him go last. We'll go Craig, Go With Dad, Walter at the end. Which NFL veteran on this list should be worried about it the most and fear of being cut in 2021? There's some decent, solid veterans here that might be in trouble. So let's go Craig first, then Jeff, then Walt.
I'm going to go with Landon Collins. He's probably the one that sticks out to me because I think Ertz is still going to get traded somewhere, maybe for a bag of chips.
Interesting.
So, yeah, I'm going to go with Landon Collins. I think the rest, like Jimmy Graham, does he have a lot left in the tank? No. But tight ends are a quarterback's best friend, and if they move on to the rookie, I think you're going to see him still playing a role in Chicago.
Cool. Before I go to Jeff, welcome in. Ken, Foss Family, WW, welcome in. Jared Reynolds, welcome in. Great to see you. Hit up a like tonight and help us out. Let's go to Dole Whip Dad. Your thoughts?
The tight ends. Graham and Ertz both getting paid. Graham and Ertz both not contributing much. I guess if Fields falls in love with Jimmy, he sticks around, and I doubt it. I don't know why Jalen Smith would be on this list. That's insane. He's not getting cut, but whatever.
Pass holder pair, Mike and/or Val, or just Mike with Val sleeping. Welcome in. Great to see you. I think it's going to be Graham. I think he's the one that's got to worry about it the most. I do believe Ertz is going to end up being traded. I think Buffalo is a top potential landing spot for him as a big pickup right before the run to the playoffs. I don't think Graham goes anywhere. I think he had a great career. He's past his prime, in my point.
He's been done for a couple of years, if you ask me. But
everybody gets along. He's still getting paid. All right, this one's pretty good. Now, what I want to do is I'm going to run through it, okay? And I'm going to do it. I'm going to ask each one of you to do. There's 3 different slides. So I'm going to start with Walt, and I'm going to ask you, looking at this slide, do you think these teams all belong at the bottom of the list? That's my question to you, Walt, for this slide and Walt only.
Yeah.
Okay, all of them belong.
I'm surprised Jacksonville's at 27.
Okay.
But that's
okay, good point.
They should be lower.
You think they should be a little higher?
Oh, they should be lower.
Should be lower. Okay, interesting.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Craig, tell me this slide. Tell me what you think. Middle. Oh, that's the wrong one. I didn't want to go there because I had them backwards. There we go. Middle of the pack. Middle of the pack. Is this right? Does somebody need to move up? Does somebody need to move down? What do you think? This is put out by Jordan Gianni, NFL.
Well, I mean, if we're going to go with the most complete teams, I thought I saw the Chargers at number 1 on that list, and yet they're 21 there. So, I mean...
Thank you. That sticks out like a sore thumb.
Right, exactly. What's that tell you about these articles?
I think New England...
We could have another job if we wanted one.
I mean, New England's got a great defense, but, I mean, does their offense really scare that many people? Why are they at 19 ahead of, some of them other teams? Same way with the Dolphins. I don't think I'd have them that high. So
Denver,
there's a lot.
Denver's so high. Jeez, yeah.
Denver's got a young team that could put up a lot of points. So I get that.
More complete than the Colts that Pete thinks is going to have 12 wins? No.
Well, I don't think they're more complete than Seattle either.
How do they put the Saints ahead of the Seahawks?
I think this is where it really jumped off the rails, to be honest with you.
I like it. I like it. That's
Put
what
the Dolphins ahead of the Seahawks.
Okay, I know you didn't ask me or Walt. Neither one of us could shut up. We're like, this is the dumbest slide ever. I can't wait for my slide.
Yeah.
You got the easy part.
I got to after looking at this one. I bet you're right.
Tell me, does the number one, the top 10 rankings make sense?
No.
I don't like Cleveland at
Washington?
3. That's too high.
Washington.
I think Pittsburgh at 9 is.
They're leaning on their defense.
That's stupid. No. Cleveland shouldn't be at 3. Pittsburgh's not at 9.
It's based on roster talent, is what they're saying.
Yeah, overall talent. I got you. I guess those are the two that stand out to me there. Cleveland and Pittsburgh. I mean, throw the Chargers and who are we else? Who are we talking about? I don't remember who the other one was, but yeah, no. I mean, this is rough. Tampa Bay and Kansas City, I don't have a problem with. The Rams, I at least move them up to 3, if not 2. You know, I'm still not enamored with the Chiefs' offensive line. We'll see. Bills there. I don't think Washington has a better roster than the Cowboys, so that's dumb, but whatever.
Okay, good deal. All right, let's go down and pick this week so we can get to the final questions and have some fun here at the end of the show. This is our Thursday night game. Make sure we got everybody in there. That everybody's in there. It's Minnesota at Pittsburgh. We'll start off with Walt and ask you, what is your thought? Minnesota at Pittsburgh, or Pittsburgh at Minnesota, I should say. What do you think?
Okay.
What are you thinking?
I was going to say, who cares? I'm just kidding.
Wow.
There's 2 reasons. There's 2 words why Pittsburgh will probably win this game. Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins.
See, I like Cousins. I think he's underrated.
Underrated. The amount of money they paid that guy, $90 million.
Well, I'm not talking about his contract. I'm talking about on the list of quarterbacks.
Okay, Craig.
I'll take Pittsburgh in this game.
Walt takes Pittsburgh. Craig, your thoughts?
Minnesota.
Minnesota, all about Minnesota. Okay. And Dole with Dad, what are you thinking on
Minnesota? For the same reason that Walt thinks not Minnesota. Cousins and the running back. He's a stud.
Okay. Pass holder pairs all about Pittsburgh.
Pass holder pair knows.
Florida Park Explorers on Pittsburgh. Minnesota easy, give them the points.
Yep, I'm with Sanudo. Yep.
So, Steelers for sure for It's Jeff. Okay, interesting. I like it. All right, let's go to the Sunday afternoon game. This will be a good one. 1 o'clock game. This could easily be a prime time game. Ravens and Browns. Ravens go to Cleveland. What is your thoughts here? We'll start with Dole with Dad and go up.
Well, it's going to be a flip of a coin, but I like the Ravens, and I don't like the Browns as much as most people, so I'm going to go with the Ravens here.
Okay, cool. Craig, your thoughts?
I go with the Browns at home because it's a coin flip, and when it's that close, I got to go with the home team.
Go with the home team. I got you. It's going to be a tough game. Walt, your thoughts?
Same thing. I always go with the home team when it's a coin flip. It just seems to work that way. I mean, Baltimore could if they win the football game, it's certainly not a surprise. Lots of talent over there. But
it'll be everyone will be watching this game. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, that will. Yes, I agree. I'll be watching. That'll be a good game.
Here's the thing. I love my Ravens. I truly, hope and anticipate we're going to win. I do think it's going to be close, like It's Jeff says. My biggest thing here that I think is the Browns are not getting as much respect as I think they deserve. I've done a lot of reading in the division. I truly believe that you're going to see a more even improved Browns team because one of the focus points that I've read a lot is they're going to go to a heavier focus on the run, which I think makes them better. I think if you're not putting it on Mayfield to win the game and you're allowing him to work with inside the game, the Browns are a better team if they do that. If they do what they've done in the past and try to put it all on Mayfield, he's going to try to do too much. Ravens win the game by 7-10.
But isn't that the formula for any team?
Used to be.
Run the ball first.
Used to be.
Let the quarterback take the high percentage passes, especially when you have, well, first off, he has Nick Chubb back there, so that's a very good start. So it's okay to give the ball to somebody back there. So that's going to help. But this is really the formula for any team.
But you know what?
Start with the run.
Here's the 2 things. One, half the teams in the NFL now are built set for pass first, run second. Actually, they're set for pass first, pass second, and I'll run third if I have time. The bigger thing is the Browns for the last couple of years, the biggest problem with them, that their middle management from the head coach up were idiots. They weren't football people, in the set.
Years.
And they finally got that together, and I think that makes them a better team as well. So we'll see. I kind of like with Jacksonville. They're doing the same thing. They're getting football people in football position. All right.
I don't believe in Baker. I think what's between the ears is average at best, and I'm just not a believer. I mean, he might prove me wrong, but I don't see it.
Here's a good one based on Rodgers being there. We'll talk about this one. We'll start with Walt and go down. You got the Bears.
Oop, you muted yourself, Pete.
Yeah, you muted yourself.
I shouldn't have. I don't know what happened there. That was weird.
No, you're back now. You're back.
Yeah, but also took Walt off there, which I guess
He's
That's all right. I'm still here.
he's hiding.
He's just there. He is.
There he is. Walt, your thoughts? Bears going to Lambeau.
Packers.
Packers all the way. Packers all the way.
Yeah,
All right.
I'd say so. I'd say by a touchdown at least.
Really? Okay.
I love Aaron Rodgers. One of my favorite players. One of the best quarterbacks in football.
There's a great
Because,
comment right there.
that he's got to be playing though. I mean, but
Right. There's a great comment there from the past chat that we were talking about. Go ahead, Craig, your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, not much to really say about that one. I definitely think it's the Packers.
Okay. Love it, love it, love it. Jeff?
Even if Jordan Love's starting, Packers win that game.
Nice. Okay.
and somebody said in the chat, they said Baker Mayfield is Johnny Manziel 2.0. I gotta respectfully, wholeheartedly disagree on that. I think Baker Mayfield has shown he's a legitimate quarterback in the NFL. I'm not saying he's elite, but the guy can play.
And he's got a ton of passion and heart, you know.
But he's got talent. Everything, he's got talent. He really does. And I don't. He's not Johnny Manziel at all.
Okay. Last game of this week, week 14, we're going to be doing Monday Night Football. The Rams and the Arizona Cardinals. This will be played in Los Angeles. We'll let Walt go last since this is his team. We'll start with Dole Whip Dad on this one. Your thoughts on this one?
I love the Rams. I'm a fan, and I think their roster is elite, and I love Stafford. I love their coach. I think that they're going to be one of the teams that I'm picking to go deep into the playoffs, so I'm going to pick them here too.
Okay, interesting. Let's go, Craig.
I agree. I like the Rams a lot. I think they're going to go far, but in this game, I'm going to go with the upset of Arizona because I think Arizona is not getting the respect this year that they should.
Interesting. All right, we go.
It's a tough division. There's nobody bad in that division. So
No, there's not. We go to our Rams fan and say, hey.
What's up, Doc?
What are you thinking?
It's home. They're in LA. I think they win the football game. But I will say this: if there's one weakness to the Rams that I see with they have a great pass rush.
Hey, Josh.
Aaron Don. I'm sorry.
I was saying hi to Josh. Sorry.
Hey, John, welcome in.
If I could say one thing, if they have an Achilles heel, I would say it's running quarterbacks that can scramble. I do feel that they seem to struggle against those quarterbacks, and they did against. Remember when the Ravens played them and beat them like 43-3, and Lamar Jackson just ran all over them all day. They couldn't catch him.
Yeah.
Kyler Murray can give them trouble in both games, whether it be in Arizona or LA. I'll give it to the Rams. I think they're the more complete football team. If they can contain Kyler Murray, I think they win the football game.
All right, love it. All right, we're going to the question segment. So here's how it goes, chat. I got 7 questions for the guys. We're going to do those 7 questions, and then it's on the chat to throw questions to the guys, and we'll do that. So be ready in just a few minutes when I let you ask questions to the guys. First one, we'll start with this one. Question number 1, I'll throw this one to start with Walt. We'll go top to bottom. Question is, there are 31 NFL team logos. Can you guess the missing logo real quick?
Oh, jeez.
You got 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
I know it.
2.
Oh, no.
New England.
Nope. Walt, Craig, you're next. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
Steelers.
2.
Oh,
No.
they are.
There you're next. Don't look that.
Dodgers, not there. I win.
Nope, you're wrong too. It is the Cincinnati Bengals. Cincinnati Bengals, not on the list. I thought that was fun, when I did it. So I got it wrong too when I did it. Mr. Bell was saying Cowboys. Nope. Joey was saying.
Well, it would have been a lot nicer if I didn't have somebody counting down in my ear.
Well,
Right?
I can't let you go forever.
Well,
Can't
just
let
say
you go.
time's up.
Okay. Well, I could have done that. My fault.
He cheated
Anyway,
on that, guys. He cheated
question
on that.
2. Let's start question 2 with Craig. We'll go Craig, Jeff, Walt on this one. Which is more impressive, Calvin Johnson versus the Cowboys? 14 receptions, 329 yards, second most all-time in 1 TD, or Adrian Peterson against the Chargers, both Dole Whip Dad's teams, by the way, 30 attempts, 296 yards, most all-time in 3 TDs. Craig, what's more impressive?
I'm going to go with Peterson's. I mean, obviously it's it's most of all time, and getting 300 yards on the ground, that's almost like that's 10 yards per carry. That's unreal. Like, you get bigger chunks as a receiver than you do as a running back. So I'm going to go with Peterson.
Okay, cool. Doak Dad, your thought?
He's exactly right. It's not even close. 30 carries versus 14 catches, almost the same yards, 3 times as many touchdowns. AP, one of the greatest performances any single game ever right there.
Love it, love it. RJ, have a good night, buddy. Thank you for coming in.
You bud.
Appreciate your support. Walt, your thoughts?
Agreed.
Yeah.
10 yards a carry.
I
30
insane.
carries. It's not like, some guys can have like 10 yards a carry. They rush the ball 7 times. But
Yeah.
he had 30 carries.
That's elite high school running back numbers. That's crazy.
I saw this and I thought the same thing immediately, but I thought it was a great topic to throw out there. It's impressive numbers, but again,
did you notice the 2 teams that they did it against were
Yes.
Jeff's teams?
Yeah, I noticed that. Thank you, Pete. I'm sure that was just an accident. I will say this. AP was at the top of his game here, and at this time in his career, nobody was better. Of all time. Like, short time, but of all time. He was as good as it got.
Buddy, come back and ask that question when I say it's open forum for everybody to ask the questions, and I'll ask it to the guys. All right, this one, Dole Whip Dad will start it up. We'll go Dole Whip, Walt, and Craig last. Here's the question. Let me pull it up. Will Jamar Chase be the most productive rookie wide receiver for the Bengals? Jeff, your thoughts?
I hope so. I don't think so. I think it's going to be Craig's Devontae.
Okay, interesting. Walt, your thoughts?
Who knows? I have no clue.
No clue?
Do
Okay.
we have a rookie wide receiver with Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers? I think those guys could be pretty productive.
Okay. Gotcha.
It's the guy that's throwing him the ball. If he can't get him the ball, he's not going to be that productive.
Gotcha. Okay, Craig?
So,
I'm actually going to say no, he will not be.
Okay. And I agree with that. I think he's going to have a great year, but I don't think he's going to be the top one. Mike, make sure you come back with that question at the end. I got 3 more questions for the guys, and I'll throw it out to the chat. All right, this one, it's going to be Walt's turn to go first here, and we'll go top to bottom. The best defense in the NFL, is it the Washington Redskins, yes or no?
no.
Interesting. Craig, your thoughts?
No.
No, interesting. Joe with Dad?
Looking at my list, I'm going to go with yes, because I don't see anybody obviously better, and they're pretty freaking good. I'll go with yes.
So I
Rams.
agree with Dole Whip Dad, so I'm going to throw it up here. Hey, I have a dream. Welcome in. Great to see you. I'm going to throw it up here and say, Walt, who in your mind would be the best defense in the NFL?
I do. I think the Rams. I think they're the most complete. I think they're really – I mean, they got the best cornerback in football. They've got the best defensive lineman in all of football. They've got really good players around them, complementary players that are really good, the difference makers. I think they're really, really good this year.
That's hard to argue. Yeah.
Love it. Love it. That's a good answer. I love it. Craig, your thoughts? Who's your number one if it's not Washington?
I'm going to go Rams number 1, and I still think the Ravens and the Patriots are actually better than Washington
Okay.
in defense.
Love it. Joy S., welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in.
Enjoy.
You know what? The Ravens, it's good. I got to say, Pete, I hate to pick on the Ravens. It's great that they have 2 of the best corners in the league because I think where they struggle is pass rush.
I agree with you.
Get to the quarterback. And I think that even great corners can only cover for so long.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If they don't get to the cornerback, their
agree with you.
corners are going to be irrelevant because
100%. I agree.
And
with
a great rush negates the defensive backfield misgiving. So, I think about the Patriots. I think about the Ravens for the DBs, but I might rather have the Browns and the Skins or whatever I'm supposed to call them, pass rush. So,
yeah.
Interesting.
Disrupting the quarterback is so important in the game. It's great to have covers. Yeah. But you got to get the quarterback off.
Those receivers are going to get open at some point. Yep.
We have Queen from LSU that we drafted last year that really couldn't do a lot because we didn't have enough. They were double teaming him. He couldn't do anything. We did draft another pass rusher this year's draft. Hopefully it'll help. We'll see. But Walt's right, and I agree with him. All right. Question 5. Starting out with Craig, going Dole with Dad, then Walt. Which team had the biggest home field advantage in the NFL? Is there one team that has the biggest home field advantage in the NFL, in your opinion? Craig, you go first.
Probably. I mean, New England almost every year had the biggest.
Okay.
So I'm going to stick with them.
Okay. Jeff, your thoughts?
Not the Cowboys. How about that one? Seattle comes to mind, but I don't know. Like, it's a tough one. I think Buffalo and teams that play in really, really cold weather have an advantage big time in the playoffs. I'm going to go with Seattle or Buffalo. Weird to say Buffalo because there's probably no stats on that, but I would go with that. You know, KC
Well,
might pop.
Your thoughts?
Jeff just basically said all three I was going to say. Seattle, Buffalo, and Kansas City was actually the one I was going to say. Very, very, very good at home.
Historically, Pittsburgh.
Would not want to play there. Yeah, historically, Pittsburgh, I agree 100%.
Yeah.
Saints, too. Historically, the Saints, really, really good at home. Really good.
I thought of Seattle because they're so loud. I don't really believe in the fans make a difference thing like so many fans do, but you can argue in Seattle they actually do make a difference in small, but
I think
sometimes.
all the teams that you guys said are good answers to that one. All right, 2 questions left. We'll start with Dole with that on this one and go bottom to top on this question. Dole Dad, which team of 4 are you choosing? You can only pick one. You got Brady, Jones, Gore, and Gates together. You got Manning, Fitzgerald, Henry, and Kelsey together. Mahomes, Owens, Tomlinson, and Gonzalez together. Or Breeze, Moss, Peterson, and Gronkowski. You can only pick one of those 4. Which one would you pick? We'll say
Breeze, Moss, AP, and Gronk. I think that all 4 quarterbacks are elite. Moss is the best receiver there. I mean, I think that's clear. I mean, Oden's pretty dang good. All the tight ends are great. I love me some Gates, but he's 4 there. Gronk is elite. And I already said AP at the top of his game. Now, I want to take Tomlinson because, he might be my favorite player of all time. But, yeah, it's the bottom right there. Breeze and Moss and Peterson and Gronk. The more I look at it, the more I'm comfortable with that pick.
Okay. Craig, your thoughts?
Yeah, I can't disagree with that at all.
Okay. Craig goes with it. And Walt?
The one to the left of it. Gonzalez, Hall of Famer. Tomlinson, Hall of Famer. Owens, Hall of Famer.
Well, I mean, they're all Hall of Famers.
I don't think so. Is Adrian Peterson a Hall of Famer?
Not yet. He just
all of those
Kelsey,
people.
Hall of Famer? Frank
all
Gore,
of those
Hall
people
of
on
Famer?
that
I
list
don't
are
think
Hall of
so.
Famers.
all of them will be, at least. Let's say that.
You think so? You think Frank Gore will make it? I think he has longevity.
I do because of his longevity. Exactly. I think
Yeah, he's been
Gore?
playing
You
for
think-
35 years.
he'll still be playing 3 years from now somewhere.
The
All right.
top left is by far the least, in my opinion.
This is question 7. So after this question, I'm going to start taking questions from the chat for the guys as we finish out. Question 7, we'll start with Walt, our guest tonight. And then we'll go Craig, our co-broadcaster tonight, and then Jeff. Here it is. Will Matthew Stafford be a top 5 QB in 2021? Non-biased opinion, Walter.
That's tough. I mean, there's a lot of really good quarterbacks out there. I can think of 5 that are just as good, if not better than him. It's going to be tough to say. But he's in a better offense. He's got a better coach. He's in a much better situation. I think so. I think he's a top 5 for sure.
Okay, cool. Craig, your thoughts?
Just outside the top 5.
Okay. Interesting. And Dole Dad?
Yes, obviously, there's no one more talented in the entire league, and he's on he's on his best roster of his career. Obviously, yes.
A lot of people saying he won't stay healthy. I think he's going to be in the bid for it. I think somewhere in the 5, 6, 7 number, somewhere in there. I think he's going to have a monster year, and he's going to make a huge impact, and people are going to get to see how talented he is. Walt got a Christmas present early when that trade.
If I could draft a quarterback and I could have Mahomes or Stafford right now, I'm taking Stafford.
Wow, that's
And False Family at WDW, I will take that bet right now that he will not get hurt by week 6, that he will play all 16, 17 games.
okay. So
I don't believe that there's injury prone.
He's feeling it. He's got, you know how they say there's blood in the water for sharks?
So here's what I got.
He smells blood in the water, dude.
I'm throwing it out. So we got that right there. He'll be hurt by week 6. So here's the layout. Here's the call. If he plays in week 7 and he's healthy on that Sunday of week 7, wherever Walt's streaming, you need to bring him a cold beverage for his quarterback starting in week 7. If
People who think that Stafford is fragile.
hold on, let me finish. If he's
wrong.
hurt week 6 and Foss family's right, I want to see you show up at Walt's stream, and Walt on his own stream will say, Foss family, WDW, great little channel. They were right. I was wrong. There's your simple, fun, have a good time. I honestly think, Ken, I hate to tell you, buddy, I think Stafford is, if he gets hurt, it'll be a tweak. It's going to be small. I think he got hurt a lot in Detroit because he didn't have the protection. He's got a line out there, and I'm telling you, the Rams are going to make some noise this year. I hate saying it with Walter on here, but
What do you mean? What do you mean he gets hurt a lot? He's played 16 games, 9 of the last 10 seasons. I'm looking it up right now.
But he
is as tough as any quarterback in the league.
But he'll play hurt, but he gets hurt all the time because he was getting hit. He was on his back 90% of the time. After every play, even when he made the throw, he was getting killed. He's not going to be on his back as much at the Rams. I'm telling you, mark my words, guys. I'm sitting here saying it right now. The Rams are going to win that division.
That's a great division, but I agree. There's so many variables. That's why we love the NFL.
Many.
Any team can win anybody any week. But Stafford is totally disrespected. And again, I know Waltz. I like to go against the guys on the panel and pretend like I hate their team because it's funny, I think. But I love the Rams as a team. I love Stafford. I really actually hope they do well because he's an elite quarterback who needs to be respected.
So I haven't even looked yet because I don't think they're out yet. They haven't put out opening week odds yet. But I want to see week 1.
For single games, no, they won't.
Not yet, but I want to see week 1 where they lay out and how that changes by week 5. I think it'll be an on average 2.5 point difference by week 5.
Romo, one of the great quarterbacks of all time, if you're talking about ability to be a quarterback. Is Joe Montana one of the great quarterbacks of all time? Win percentage Super Bowls? Sure. Talent? Not even top 20 people. So it comes down to what are we talking about? Stafford is as good as anybody flinging the ball ever.
I got to fix this real quick. I accidentally put the logo over the Mouse Talk logo on the wall. Now it looks better. So, all right, this is where we open up to the chat and let you guys throw questions into the chat. I'll throw them at the guys and get a rapid answer. Light up the chat right now with questions. Let's do it and have some fun here before we finish out. So let me give the chat a chance to catch up for a second. Hit us up. Any questions you want there? Question, will the Dolphins stick with Tua and create an adjusted offense to fit him? Walt, you're up.
They're going to do everything they can to stick with him.
Okay, interesting.
They drafted him for a reason. They're going to give him as much rope as he needs to hang himself. I'll put it to you that way.
Next question. Let's go with Craig. Let's see. Best stadium in the NFL, and also what stadium needs to be bulldozed? 2 questions. Which one should be bulldozed?
Which one should be bulldozed? MetLife.
Okay. Best stadium in the NFL?
I'm going to go with the Rams' new stadium.
I like the
new stadium. I was going to say, we haven't had a regular season game in it yet.
We need to do a road trip. That would be fun.
Okay.
I'd love to go.
I'm there. You let me know, man. I'm there, Jeff.
Rapid fire here, guys. We got to keep it going. Jason Uno says for Dole Dad, it's 5 years in the future. Is Urban Meyer a top 10 coach or even still in the league?
Top 10 coach, probably not. No. Even still in the league, probably. Sorry about the probablys. I don't think he's going to be a top 10 coach. He could, but I don't think so.
Okay.
Still in the league, probably, yeah.
Well, where do you rank the Vikings if they got Rodgers tomorrow?
Ooh. They'll win the division.
Okay. Gotcha.
0% chance they trade him within division. 0%.
Exactly. Why would you ever do that? Why would you ever do that?
$1 billion.
Craig, which team will be the biggest surprise in a good or bad way this season?
Biggest surprise, Carolina Panthers.
Okay, love it. Dolan Dad, Giants, number 1 in the NFC East?
No, Cowboys. Thanks for asking.
Okay. I'll go with this one. Will the Ravens be a top 20 in passing yards? They say they're going to be. I'll believe it when I see it. Walt, what team will have the hardest time with injuries this season?
That's too hard of a question to answer.
It's random.
All of them. will have a hard time with
Oh, okay, I like it.
Depending upon what team gets the injury and, and what position gets it, that's really a tough question to answer.
Okay, good. Craig, Odell Beckham, bust or breakout?
Bust.
Jeff, don't with that. Allen from the Bills throws 40 TDs this year.
Ooh.
Yes or no?
A big number. I'll go with no, but because he won't need to. They're going to win big, and they're not going to be throwing a lot in the fourth quarter.
Okay, good answer. Griswold family, welcome in, Danny. Good to see you. Let's see. Next question. Pete, is Ronnie Stanley ready in Baltimore? They say he is. Again, I want to see it. Knee was a huge injury last year and a major loss for us as the Raiders. The Ravens. We need to pick him to get us healthy. And best stadium in the NFL, guys. I still don't know if it's the best, but I can't wait to see it full. The Raiders' new stadium. I want to see it full. I'm not saying it's the best. I just want to see it full.
Is that open this year? This year or next year?
This year.
Is it? Okay.
This year. It's already built. It was there last year. Just they played in it empty. Can't wait to see it full. Walt, who will have a better year, Stafford or Goff?
I'll go with Stafford on that one.
Okay.
And 40 touchdowns. You guys know how hard
That's a big number.
Really, really hard to throw 40 touchdowns in this season.
I love
you have 17 games this year, but still.
I won $50.
I'll throw it out
back when Mahomes threw 50, and I bet to the guys, I said he won't even throw 40 the next year, and he didn't. He threw like 32 or something. It's really hard.
Did Kelly pay you, I hope?
That wasn't Kelly.
I'll throw it out to all three of you real quick. Does anybody have a new idea for a team name for Washington?
Hogs.
Yeah, the Redskins.
Hogs. I like the Hogs. I think that's a good one.
Obvious. It should be the Hogs.
I like it. That's a good one. Let's see here. Brady's last year, yes or no, Craig?
No.
No. Okay, got it. Who will be the rookie of the year, Walt? Any idea?
The guy that wins the award.
Got it. All right. Jeff, who will be the MVP? Any idea?
Josh.
Allen, love it. Passover Repair says, Craig, can anyone in Carolina protect Sam Donald?
Is he stranger? I love it.
Probably not, but I mean, you have McCaffrey take the load off, so he's going to have a big season.
Disney Stranger, welcome in. Walt, better year this year, Kyler or Allen?
Josh Allen.
Allen, love it. Okay, love it.
Yeah.
Florida Park Explorer says the Washington politicians love the Disney Stranger. Stopping by to say hello. Love that. Craig, will the Eagles regret getting rid of Wentz?
No.
No, absolutely not. Not a question. Yes, Washington has a football team. This has been a lot of fun. All right, that's going to be our final questions of the night. Save the rest of them for next week. I would appreciate you guys doing that. I'd like to remind you that these are the gentlemen that's in-house, everybody. We've had a great night tonight. What's up, Anthony the Molar Man? Should remind everybody real quick, off the topic, Anthony the Molar Man will be on America's Got Talent next Tuesday night. Go check him out.
Really?
Check him out. On America's Got Talent, yes. Anthony the Molar Man. It's going to be good. One last question, because I love the channel name. Mr. Bubbles, is there any, I'll ask all three of you. Anybody can throw it out. Is there any team that will be winless this season?
No.
It's
so hard to go winless, and it's so hard to go undefeated.
There you go. I agree. Okay.
Houston, Detroit, and the Jets. If they don't play each other, I'll take all three of them. How about that?
Oh, my God. Look out. Here we go. All right. These gentlemen on their channels, we've been putting their links in throughout the night. Moderators, drop it one last time. My partner channel, Dole with Dad. He is my broadcasting partner on here with Myers and the Mouse all the time. That's him in the middle. He loves the Dallas Cowboys and the Chargers. Mouse Talk was our guest unofficially tonight. He is a co-broadcaster and a fill-in on the channel. He will also be here, like Dole with Dad, as a co-broadcaster with us throughout the year. You'll see him quite often. Loving Disworld, almost said Diz our dream. Loving Disworld, jumping in tonight, filling in for Kelly. We appreciate him. Craig did a great job. He filled in a lot last year. You'll see him a lot throughout the year as we do football, and that's a lot of fun. And we appreciate it. Again, check out all of their channels. We would appreciate him. Steve from Steve's World is in here. Appreciate it.
All things fun.
Hallelujah, it's raining.
Welcome in,
I
Steve.
hate that I love that song. I love that song, though, but I
Yeah,
hate that.
and we talked a lot about the Colts tonight, so that'll make Steve happy as we
Wasn't good, Steve.
It wasn't good. We will be,
Whatever. He's calling 12 wins in Indy.
I say it's 12 wins in Indy. I'm telling you, I'm thinking it's going to be a good year. I'm sorry you guys don't agree with me. Here we go. Listen, we'll be live every week, Thursday night, 9 o'clock, talking the NFL. I've already got next week's show halfway produced. We will be doing
Of course you do.
I know I do. I'm on top of it. We will be doing.
Wow.
We have a 2 fantasy leagues for this channel. We will be doing live drafts on the channel 2 of the weeks. So that will be coming up. It's in August, already lined up. We also have a pick'em league. I'm going to put it into the chat once again. If you haven't entered it, why not? It's free of charge. You're picking teams to win. The winner gets a $150 gift card, courtesy of Clean Look. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to talk about that every week. We're going to do live broadcasts of the games. You'll see these gentlemen in. We'll be talking about the success that they are all having on their channel, being home creators, in the park creators, or creators that help other creators grow. That's all of them right here, guys. If you're not following them, you're missing out. I want to thank everybody for being here tonight. We've had a great time. We talked a lot of football. Jeff didn't argue with a lot of people tonight, which kind of... Why weren't you argumentative?
I feel like I'm in a bad mood or something. I don't know what's going on.
I need you to hold on. I can't just leave on this note. I got to do one thing real quick.
Somebody say something stupid so I can yell at somebody.
I'm going to fix it. I got somebody that'll say something right now.
Cowboys are going to win the Super Bowl.
That'll get you all fired up. Give me 1 second.
Yes.
Steve, how many wins will the Colts have this year?
Minimum of 12.
Minimum of 12. Thank you. Jeff, you don't agree with him?
Steve,
You're on the same crack that Pete's on, buddy. Same crack.
minimum of 12. How about most 12?
I mean,
Oh, look,
Hold on. Let our guest
oh my
speak.
God.
Here we go.
We can thank everybody up there for Carson Wentz. He's going to rejuvenate his career because he's on a good team that can protect him this time with a good line. He's going to do great. We're going to have a good time in Indy. Except I'm not in Indy, but they're going to have a good time in Indy.
There you go. There you heard it first. Steve's from Steve's World.
It's raining men.
Hold on, Steve.
Hallelujah, it's raining men.
What was your comment, Steve?
They might double the number of wins the Cowboys have this year.
Whoa!
what did he say? I'm still singing that song.
There's a
in my head.
good possibility they will double the wins that the Cowboys have this year.
That doesn't take much.
Oh, look out! It's firing! Rockets are firing everywhere. Steve, thank you for taking my call.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Throw his link into the chat.
In the morning, Steve.
See you in the morning, he says. We all know it's Steve from Steve's World. Oh.
For anybody who doesn't know Steve,
Hallelujah, it's raining men.
Preston's killing me. Go ahead, Jeff.
Yeah.
Generally,
Somebody take
Steve-
the controls away from Pete, please.
I know, right?
Every time you say the channel name, Preston has it in here, the button goes off. I can't figure out how to fix this stupid e-cam. Go ahead, Jeff.
2 things to say. Generally, Steve isn't that dumb, so check out his channel. And Joey Solo, what are you smoking? No, what? Please.
Zach is overrated. Whoa! Tell us what's going on your channel. You're going to be somewhere tomorrow morning with Steve.
D&G, I agree. Love Reich.
Nothing this weekend. We are going out of town. We are heading up to Maine for personal reasons, and so will be no streams this weekend.
Love it.
My wife's father passed away, so we are going.
Oh, jeez, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah, she's
So,
going. They're going to
Give her our love and prayers and stuff.
Listen,
Absolutely.
I know he won't talk about it as much as I will, because that's what I love to do. Walt from Mouse Talk, a quality creator, consistently from the park. You'll see him more on the weekends than during the week. Some weeks mixed in. He does home vlogs as well, does great Disney content. He knows his stuff. Please go over and check him out. Before I go up to Craig, Steve from Steve's World every Monday night. He just joined us, so I'm highlighting him. Does excellent content on Monday nights. Fantastic.
Love you back, buddy.
Love the guy. Please do me a favor. Check out Steve from Steve's World. Craig, what do you have coming up on your channel?
Just dropped a dining review tonight. Have a couple. I got into Sebastian's, which had just reopened, so I'll be dropping that one soon. And then getting ready to head down to Disney World again next week.
Nice.
Oh, man.
Absolutely.
Nice. Hey, Mouse Ears.
So yeah, Mouse Ears James is in house with us too. Craig from Craig's Word again. Good creator, quality creator, just under 10,000 subscribers himself. He has worked hard on doing a lot of dining reviews, a lot of new content that he's working building. He will also be my co-producer, I guess is the way to put it, along with his lovely wife. Pulled together the Disney celebration of a reading of the Candlelight Processional, and we will be drawing those names for the reading this coming week, and I can't wait because we're going to have a lot of people involved with that, so it's going to be a lot of fun. Thank you, Craig, for being here tonight. So you're better looking than Kelly. That's what I can say. You
Thank you. I appreciate
brought
that.
a little eye candy to the show that Kelly just doesn't bring. He can't hear me, so I'm okay saying that. Right? Okay, Atwood,
I'll tell him.
text Kelly and tell him. So, Dolan Dad, what's coming up on your channel, sir?
You scared me when you yelled my name. Dropping some vlogs. We were in my daughter had a birthday, and we went over to the not the character warehouse, the outlet center in Texas. We checked that out. That was fun. I dropped that last night. Tomorrow night, Disney Collect Live with Kelly Iskra from the Mickey Bunch. We'll have some fun talking about that stuff. We got some weird different things tomorrow night, and doing a thing on one of my daughter's Facebook channels doing Disney trivia. If you're a way back fan of the Dole Dad channel, I used to do trivia a long time ago, and we did it last week on a Facebook Live. We'll be doing it again tomorrow night. If you care about that, send me a message. I'll send you a link. It's in a closed but pretty fun group.
Love that. Two quick things. Florida Park Explorers, thank you for the nice compliment. Congratulations on you going over 1,000 subscribers this week. We're highlighting them on the
Florida. Yeah, that's awesome. Yep.
Florida Park, they went over, so we'll congratulate them on the Disney channels, but I'll say it here. Love the fact that I booked the Disney Stranger for an upcoming interview on our channel, so it'll be fun to sit down with Jeff.
That's a fun name.
I love it. I love his name, love his logo. Talked to him the other day. Great person.
Love Devo.
Yeah. Steve, stay away from Kelly. Don't go out to the living room and tell him I'm talking about him. Go check out my good friend Dole Dad. He also does his Creator Talk, which I am in love with that show. I've followed it for a long time. It helps people grow. That's what he cares about. We're doing that. Upcoming shows you will hopefully see on this channel at some point. Steve from Steve's World joining us on a Thursday night. D&G Explorers joining us on a Thursday night. Tracy Glenn, which is, Kenzie's dad, and he's a male, by the way, in case you didn't know. He'll be on 1 week joining us. Okay, we are in the process of booking Disney friends that love football that will bring quality content. Hopefully you'll see them on the show. You never know who's going to pop up. We thank everybody for coming tonight. We hope that you'll join us again. Pete, you met up with Tina Marie tonight. I'm sorry. You probably had to meet Flipper.
Hey.
So,
Flipper,
was probably in the bathtub. So, we love you guys. We appreciate you being here. We shall see how the NFL handles things this year. Yes, Steve, I know, but hey, one thing I do know is,
just shower with them and then just take them off before you get out.
That's what you got to do with the NFL guys. Shower with them and kick them out when you get out. Thank you for being here, everybody. Good night.